What is up, guys? The Ecclesian here, out riding on this beautiful day. Just thought I'd make a quick video. I was talking to one of my friends just now, and brought up a pretty interesting topic. Of course, I think pretty much everything's interesting. But being the unstoppable nerds that we are, we're talking about zombies and, in general survival situations, right? And got onto the topic of if we had to pick just one weapon system, right? So one primary, one secondary, what would it be and why? So I should really just quickly mention that when I do these videos, I mean, I don't really have a chance to prepare what I'm saying. So especially with technical stuff like you guys are about to hear, there's a pretty good chance I might get some of the details wrong. So if that's the case, just point them out in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to write a little note in the video, just so I'm not saying complete crap that's not true. I should probably mention at this point that the kind of zombies we're talking about were the slow and stupid ones, right? Kind of the classical zombies, if you will. Not the ones that are just sprinting around all crazy, all enraged, like your typical Black Friday shopper, right? So none of that. So in that sense, we both picked carbines, which really isn't all that surprising. And our justification was actually pretty much the same. We both thought that that type of situation, other humans would be the greater threat. When you do have those slow-moving zombies, even if they're in a group, your primary tactic would just to be run away. You definitely don't want to waste too much ammo, time, resources on killing a bunch of these. Even if you do need to clear out an area, if you wanted to set up a perimeter or scrounge for materials and stuff like that, you could still do that fairly well with the carbine. As far as what specific types of carbines we chose, my friend, he went ahead with a AR-15 variant. We stuck to civilian stuff for the sake of practicality. His reasoning behind choosing this particular gun, I think two main things, right? So first of all, he wanted something that chambered a common round for a carbine. So the .223 Winchester round was a great choice. If you think about it, if you get into a situation where you're running low on ammo, you want something that's relatively common. If we come across a guy with a fairly large ammo stash, after we relieve him of the burden of his resources, there's a good chance that we'll find some 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATOs in there, and my friend's he's gonna have a good day with that. And secondly, kind of tied in with the first point, the AR-15 specifically and its variants, it's a fairly common gun, right? I mean, as far as carbines go out there in America. By the way, this is in America. So there's a good chance that if he needed more parts, he could cannibalize another one, or just even pick up a new AR-15 and be on the same weapon system. So you already have all that experience built up right there with that particular gun. So I think it's a valid choice, but I went with something else. While the M4 is definitely a solid choice, I went in a slightly different direction. I was looking at the FN SCAR 17S, otherwise known as the SCAR Heavy, the civilian version, so semi-automatic. And the main reason being it's highly modular. So you can swap out the barrel length, anything from 10-inch CQC all the way up to 20-inch SSR. You can use it like a DMR pretty much. Just amazing. And so I guess full confession time here, I've never seen one of these in real life, so I'm not sure if the civilian version, if it's actually that modular. I'm not sure if you're actually able to swap out all those barrel lengths. So if the zombie apocalypse does happen, and you've taken advice from this video, gone out, bought your SCAR, and found out in the field that, hey, you can't change up your civilian one, you end up getting killed by a zombie, I apologize for that in advance. So the honorable mention definitely goes to the AK variants, and the point here being that they they have a reputation of durability, and both my friend and myself agreed that durability in these types of situations is very important. It doesn't matter how well you set up your weapon system. If it doesn't fire, you're gonna be a meal for a zombie, pretty much. And then the next point being AKs are cheap, so therefore likely to be prolific, even in North America. So you get the same benefit as what he was thinking with the ARs, right? Then finally, the round that it chambers, the 308 Soviet. While it is shorter than the 308 NATO, it is dirt cheap, and you really don't need anything over 200 yards anyway. I mean, speaking for my friend and myself, I mean, we're not great shots, so anything over 200 yards, it's already kind of iffy. Alright, so finally, really quickly, secondary weapons. So long story short, we both picked 45 caliber pistols. He picked the H&K USP 45 tactical. I picked the FN, staying with the family, the FN X45 series. The reason for the 45 over like a 9mm, obviously 9mm rounds would be a lot more common. You have that working for you, but we both just felt 45 just inspired a lot more confidence, right? And that's what a sidearm ultimately should do. If you're great with 9mm, and realistically speaking, not a lot of people are going to be wearing ballistic armor anyway, so it doesn't become that much of an issue. Just something that you're comfortable with, I guess. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed this little nerdy video. Let me know what weapon system you guys would have, and stay tuned.